What is good, Mousetrap Gang? Welcome back to another video. And as you can see, man, look, let's do a quick circle. Man, the weather is fabulous out here in Florida, man. What else could you ask for out here? The sun is out. It's not too hot. It's breezy. Look, the cars are riding by real quick. And man, let's start up the Trailblazer real quick before we get to the actual video. Shout out to everybody that's been watching the videos. Like, again, you know, I apologize for not posting for a whole week. Man, your boy, man, it was just too much sometimes. But man, we were back on the grind. And we're actually going to see if the Trailblazer starts, because we haven't started her up in a week. So let's see what it do. Let's see. Oh, wow. You hear it? Damn. Can't believe it. If you are new to the channel, man, this is like the OG truck. This is what helped kick off the YouTube channel, man. So check it out. You see we got the little ice chests, and maybe we can get some midgets in here to strip for us. But, you know, I was just thinking right now, I was like, dang, you know, I've never actually sat inside this thing in the back while it's been jamming, so I never really actually heard or felt what it feels like to be back here. So that's what we're actually going to be doing right now with some copyright-free music. Alright, so I actually found a little song, and let's see what it is. Alright, it sounds pretty good. It can be louder, but we got one problem. I got the child safety on it because the kids be right in here, and I'm kind of stuck. Look, and this one's too. And now I'm gonna have to try to finagle my way between the pole and this so I can get out of here, because it's tight. So I got out of that motherfucker. Holy shit. Man, I had to put the seat all the way up, and now let's put it all the way back. So, sounds good. Really loud, but it can be a little bit louder, and we're gonna have to swap out these amps. So that's what today's video is going to be about. So subscribe, don't click out the video, definitely hit the subscribe button and the like button, because let's get this video started, guys. All right, so let's actually reverse the Trailblazer up real quick to the garage so we can get a little bit of shade, so we can do these reviews on these amps. I was just only going to do the review on the 1200 Tera amp, but I actually got different kinds of amps in here, so why not review them all so you guys can get a better view of what I actually got going on and which amps I feel that actually do the trick for what we got. You know what I'm saying? And they work for me in this thing right now. But you know, like I just said, it can get a little bit louder, and we're actually gonna get it louder because I think I'm gonna start giving out a few demos on this thing every time I go out, just so we can get good reactions out of people. So definitely stay tuned for this video. It should be pretty good. Good info on these amps. And like I always say, this is not a professional channel. We're just average Joes doing average Joe stuff, because sometimes your boy is on a budget, but you know, we try to make the best out of it all, man. So let's show these amps off real quick. Alright, so these are the amps that we got for the truck, and let me show you. I think we actually have a few blown amps that we've had in here. Man, there's somewhere around here, but you know, blown amp, we actually have the Kicker 2500.1. this old school guy. We actually blew it when we went to Daytona truck meet last year. Man, that thing was beaten. Honestly, that amp makes the bass sound double than what it is right now, because right now we're just on the TS Power, the 5000D. So let me break down exactly what we got going on right now. So we have the TS Power 5000D on the 412 Kicker CVRs, and I know Kicker CVRs, don't scold me. I was just talking about how badass the Sundowns are, but man, we're getting to that. Next, we have on the 8-inch mids, we have the JL Audio. I think this one's actually the 600/4 HD on just the 8s. On the tweeters, man, we have this old school 850.4 kicker, and this is my baby right here. You know, for tweeters, like, I love it for tweeters. It does its job. And all the 10s, we actually have the MD series 3000.1 for the 10s, and this thing right here is no joke, guys. Definitely no joke. Overall, for just a regular street cruiser, I am no competition guy. You know, I've never, you know, put this Trailblazer on a meter, and this is not really a like truck to meter and, you know, to compete with. This is just my street jammer for me to drive on the road, beating, pull up at a little show with a little bit of music to play. We're at a truck meet, you know, I just let the doors open, and, you know, we just enjoy, have a good time, hang out. In no way am I trying to say that, man, this truck is loud, we're killing the game when we pull up or whatever. You know, it looks really good, sounds good, and that's all I'm really looking for. You know, competing and none of that stuff, we haven't even got to that yet. One day we're going to build a vehicle that we can pull up and shut shit down. Let's start off with the TS Power, the 5000.1. So this amp is, you know, alright. I'm not going to say it's the greatest thing in the world. It makes the subs play. It makes them jam out pretty good. I can't turn it up, but, you know, I'm not going to, because I'm not going to risk blowing out the subs just yet. You know, maybe I can salvage these subs and put them in my daughter's truck when I get it for her. Same thing with the amp. You know, I can put it in her truck whenever I get it. You know, maybe put just the 212s on it so it gets at least good enough power when I do it on her vehicle or truck, whatever we get for her. So I'm not really trying to blow out this amp nor the subs, you know. All around good amp. You know, it has a lot of the 30 amp fuses, odd gauge inputs, and it sounds, you know, really good. So the TS amp, we'll just give it a you know, it's alright. It's alright. You know, it's alright. You know, I'm not gonna say nothing bad about it, and I'm not gonna say anything good about it. It's just, you know, it's alright. Now let's move into the JL Audio HD amp series. This JL amp, for sound quality wise, and, you know, the way how it can throw the same amount of power with if it's at 2 ohms or 4 ohms, it's good for that. It actually does the same thing what like the Taramps do. It either at 2 ohm or 4 ohm, 1 ohm if it's able to, it all throws the same power. You know, that's what's pretty cool about the JL Audio amp. It does stay rather cool. I don't know if the year when they made these, they designed them a little bit different, because I have a few friends that actually have the newer HD amps, and those things tend to get hot fast. You know what I'm saying? We actually have at least like 8/8s on this guy, I think, because we do have 8/8s in the truck, and all the 8s are just on this amp. It's a 4-channel, so we have 4 on each side, and like I said, it does its trick. It does have a nice smooth sound to them, but loud wise, you know, I'm not going to say it's ridiculous loud, but it does the job, and we'll actually give this amp a good thumbs up. Now let's get on to the Kicker 850.4. Man, this amp's probably at least like 12-15 years old, guys. Like, look at it. It's had battery acid fall on it. You know, it's been through hell here and there. I think one of my other amps actually caught on fire a long time ago, one of the MA Audio amps, like probably like 8-10 years ago, and it actually got a little bit of flames on her, but man, that thing still plays, and I'm always going to keep using this amp to the day it gives out. For tweeters wise, this amp is my go-to guy. You know, I love how the frequency on it has, and the gain, you know, it's true power. You know what I'm saying? You know, the Kicker, when they made these KX series amps, the power on them was like really good, and to this day it's still like working pretty good. And it's the tweeter amp, I can honestly say it's never cut out on me. It's always been playing good, because tweeters don't need that much power for them things to like do their job. So we actually got this amp, I think, halfway turned up and then just kicked back just a hair bit, so it doesn't do that much. But you know, this amp, you know, we're gonna give it a definitely 2 thumbs up because you know it does what it's supposed to. The tweeters, I mean, they scream. You know, we can actually pump it up really more if we want to, but we're not trying to because we're not trying to blow a lot of stuff out. You know, that's always the main goal. This boy right here, the Taramps MD3000.1. That is actually my most favorite amp next to that Kicker A50.4. That amp right there, the moment I actually put that in there, like, I was like, oh dang, you know. That one was actually my second Taramp that I've ever put in, because the very first Taramp that I put in was in that single cab build that we did, and that was just a 1200 base series 0.1 for subs, and that thing was jamming, guys. Like, for as small as that amp is and the power that it puts out, that is a very good amp. Very good amp. And I actually became a believer of the Taramps once I put this in there, because I actually had the HD 1200/1, I think it is, for all the 10s, you know, because at that time when I put it in a year and a half ago, you know, I still thought the JLs were like, oh dang, you know, the best thing in the world. But once I put this guy in there, man, it definitely changed my mind on everything. So Taramps, you know, once I put this 3000 there, it really changed my mind. A lot of my friends actually have the Taramps on like 10s, 12s, tweeters, and all kinds of stuff. And man, the way how it makes those mids hit that real low note and, you know, talk, like, it's a whole different vibe. You see what I'm saying? Like, it really gets those guys talking. As long as Taramps keeps making the same, producing the same power, and, you know, keeping them the way they are, man, I'm gonna keep using them on mids and highs. You know, soon you're gonna see nothing but white amps everywhere, because they, like I said, like, once I heard them things, man, that was it for me. It was a wrap. You know, I was all like, man, that's it. We're just gonna use Taramps from now on everything. And like, when someone asks like, oh, what amps should I put, man, you know, Taramps right off the bat. Taramps right off the bat. You know, like, I can't sit here and tell you put that Mats 3000 in there, because I've used Mats, and for the price of the Mats and the power that it puts out, you know, yes, it does sound good, and yes, Mats are a pretty badass subwoofer amp, but man, the Taramps is just different. You see, it's just different. They have the base series ones, and they have the smart bass ones, and I forgot which other ones. You know, everybody's opinion or, you know, their likes are going to be different. I'm just telling you what I like, and I know it sounds good. So when I try to suggest it to somebody, you know, and they put it in there, you know, hopefully they enjoy it like I do. I haven't to this date have got the honor to actually put one of those big surfboard crescendo amps or the sundown amps with all those powers. They probably are, you know, really, you know, good for bass, but size wise, man, you see it, you know, I'd be only probably able to fit just one, and then where am I supposed to put everything else at? You know, I can probably stuff some of the electronics here and there, but you know, it just takes up too much room, and it's not for me. You see what I'm saying? They're probably for everybody else and all these competition cars, but they're not for me. Even put it at 5,000, I think even at 5,000 is probably way smaller than this guy. It's probably like up to like right here, and it's probably almost the size of the JL audio amp. And that thing, you know, for its small size, that thing produces some serious power. Same thing with that MD. Like, once I put that MD 3000 and I took that 1200 out, like, yes, of course, it's more power, but just the deepness of the voice is way different from that JL audio amp, and I was really impressed, and that's what got me to you know, believe in those Taramps. So the Taramps, man, we're gonna give it like 5 thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? 5 thumbs up. So drop some comments. Let me know what you guys think, what setup we should actually go with, or what amps we should go with to try to get her to wake her up, or what's, like, you guys probably know a little bit more about the Sundown audio subs than what I do. Like I just said, I've only been using the Sundown subs, you know, just this year, and I'm pretty sure they probably make 2 lines up ahead of the ones of the E series. I'll do as much as research as I can. Obvious, YouTube is our good friend, so we can sit here and watch a few YouTube videos and see what subs and how much power they put in on those guys, because, you know, we want to go ahead and do this thing right. You know, why sit here and buy some subs when they can, you know, put only a certain amount of power, when they can actually take a little bit more power than what, you know, the paperwork says? Because it's RMS power, what they say on the paperwork. You know, obviously they can always take more. Those kicker CVRs, you know, they say they take only like 500 watts or something like that. But I've actually put a Mats 3000 on CVRs, and those things haven't got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't remember, you know, if they ever blew or not. But they got down, they beat, you know, and everything. And those fourth orders definitely need a lot of power for those to really, you know, get a lot of output out of fourth order boxes. They need some power. If we had a sixth order, minimum power, you know, would get that thing to really jam. But we got a fourth order, and we need to put some real power on that thing. The future fantasy build, we're going to put 5,000 watts on 4 sundown subs. With sundown subs, right now I'm thinking the E-Series ones. Maybe we can even just kick it down a notch and do a 4,000 watts, just so, you know, they play a lot cooler. 1,000 watts per sub. And, you know, I don't drive this truck every single day, so the few times that I do, or I am going to take it out, the subs will play, you know, at a decent level. So maybe we can do 4,000 watts, but I would like to do 5,000 watts just so we can get that extra power. The 10s, we're actually going to upgrade that 3,000, and we're going to put a 5,000 watts just for all the 10s. And then we're going to move that 3,000 up to all the 8s. So 8s, we're going to put 3,000 watts on all those 8s. The tweeters are going to stay exactly the same they are on that A50.4. You know, they work really good on that A50.4, so why swap it out? We are going to definitely continue and go with putting the speakers underneath the front of the truck, because I want it to be loud. Like right here, when you're like walking up to it, I want that thing, you know, hammering and beating down, and you know, you hearing it. So obviously we're gonna do some speakers along right here. Man, look how pretty that thing looks. Man, hit that like button if you like how this truck looks. You know, we're gonna go ahead and take the kicker. I mean, we'll leave the kicker on because we do got that kicker A50.4. Taramps all day. My decal right here, never loud enough. If you guys want to purchase one for 10 bucks, let me know. Siempre Tubao, that's my homeboy's brand. We got to rep that everywhere we go. But you see it, guys. We definitely got to get this truck to wake up, because this is the OG, and we need to get the OG pumping. Alright, guys. So that's pretty much it for today's video. We'll just sit here so we can listen. You know, I love some car audio, man. I like watching the wire and everything. So that's it for today's video, man. Go ahead and hit that like button, drop some comments. Definitely subscribe and turn the notification bell on, man, because we got like 1,700 subscribers, but we're only getting you know, a few hundred views on some videos, man. We should be, you know, rocking this thing, man. So definitely turn on that notification bell on so you guys can get a glimpse of all these videos every time, you know, we drop them, man, because, man, we gotta grind, we gotta grind, we gotta grind. We can get all this stuff done and then some, man. You know, all you guys gotta do is just subscribe. So I hope you guys have a good day. It is Wednesday, Women Crush Wednesday. Obviously we got the baby in the back, so you know, we got something going on good, and I'm gonna go ahead and edit this video and drop it here in the next hour. So stay tuned, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.